Everybody good? I hope so. You're going to need your gear today. So get whatever gear you need. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Gentleman. Everybody. Everybody. You said I'm ready for the day. I tried to give you a little bit of rest after whitewashing because I'm starting to understand. I got to give y'all, like, when we work out, you know how when you work out, you're supposed to do like 2 days on, one day off to let the muscles and stuff relax because you didn't beat them up. I think I'm going to have to start doing that for y'all. I'm going to have to start giving y'all a day or two to recoup from what be going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be whining a little bit. I feel great. I took a break for y'all. Folks is over here talking about they still recovering. Here we go with this. Y'all starting to feel real sappy to me. What happened to the warriors I was raising? What happened to those guys? Huh? Where are they at? Tell me. So, I need y'all to pray for somebody for me. 2 people that are close to CERCA's heart. Who's willing? Y'all ask me to pray for y'all every day. And these 2 people close to my heart now. I got a call from a very important person to me that has been so good to me for over 20 years almost, that they are in kidney failure. And then someone else that I know that's very close to me had a stroke and a seizure. So if y'all could please just pray for those 2 things: kidney failure and like a stroke and seizures and like a blood clot actually. So if y'all could just pray that God heal those things for me, I would appreciate it. Okay? These are 2 people that are one of them I don't talk, well, either one of them I don't really talk to as much as I used to, but can y'all just pray for them, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna let this get in here because I know how y'all do. Thank you so much. That is gonna mean so much to me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh, that just took a whole load off my shoulders. Y'all don't even know. I appreciate y'all. You know? Okay. So with that, how's everybody doing? Y'all want to hear my journal entry? I mean, not my journal entry. Y'all want to hear my devotional for today? Thank you. Y'all want to hear my devotional for this morning? I think it was pretty good. Thank you so much. Here we go, family. Look at CERCA Ghetto Self. It still got my thing in there. It's literally the name of our message too. Count up the costs. Y'all hear me? Count up the costs. Here we go. It says, my beloved daughter, I want you to count the cost and come to me before you make any decision or commitment. Your time is of great value to my kingdom. There may be many things that seem good, but not all opportunities are from me. Let's reason together. Take a few days to pray, and I will reveal what is right for you. Don't allow anyone but me to move you into a position that takes your time and talent. I am your navigator in this life. Therefore, I don't want you to allow anyone to guilt you into going somewhere not mapped out for you. Now take a deep breath and hold back long enough to count the cost of your invaluable time invested here on earth. Love your Heavenly Father. It says, but don't begin until you count the cost. For who would begin construction of a building without first calculating the cost to see if there is enough money to finish it? That's Luke 14. It says, starting today, I will no longer let anyone guilt me into doing something that God does not want me to do. I will give up anything that costs me my peace and my purity, honey. Indeed, I decide now that I will turn to my God before I make my own decisions. I will wait on my Father's direction for my life, and I will no longer give power to guilt. Instead, I will do what my Father has called me to do. That bless anybody today. So folks been trying to give stuff, and now you see why I be like, I don't care. You can't give me into nothing. I'm not doing it. And don't go nowhere God don't tell you to go. And people, oh no, I didn't do that. Shoot. People be mad because they be like, you should, I should, and I could, but I ain't. My daddy don't tell me to move, I ain't moving. But you don't know. I learned my lesson with running ahead, honey. Trip up and fall every single time. Being scuffed your head and everything else. No. I don't want no parts of it. And don't. Please come off. Dang, lip gloss didn't got on my dang glasses. Girl, I quit letting people give me a long time ago. They be mad over here. I promise you they do. They be mad. Because that don't work over here. You might want to go down the way for that. You didn't give me into nothing. I said no. And it took me a long time. But now, I be like, no. They said you didn't, before they even finished. No. Huh? I'm already telling you I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to be doing that, actually. Actually, I'm not. And if you don't like it, go ask somebody else and let them tell you no. Hell, I don't know what to tell you because I ain't doing it. And I don't feel bad about not doing it either. And don't. Because people will keep you stressed out, making you feel bad, and they ain't even doing enough for their own life to make it better. You're not about to have me guilted because you want to keep doing dumb stuff like not being responsible with your money or not taking care of your needs before your wants and think that I'm going to feel guilty about that. You should feel guilty about that. You should feel bad. I don't have no reason to feeling bad when you do what you wanted. I keep telling y'all, my mama old school, she used to tell me all the time. She said, listen, you watch out for the people that take their money and spend it on their wants and expect everybody else to take care of their needs. She said, when you do what you want to with your money, you'll always be begging for your needs. And I promise you that's stuck in my mind. So whenever I got money, I always took care of my needs first, and then I asked God to help me with whatever it. You said this is slapping me this morning. Let me tell you something. So my friend that I was telling y'all about that I talked to last night, he brought up a situation that made me smile so big. He said, I remember one time we were getting ready to go out to eat. And he said, you had came over to the house and I had showed you the big stack of gift cards that I had because he delivers. So people give him Visa gift cards all the time. You know, the people that love his service for what he does. And he'll just let them sit there. He ain't going to do nothing with them because he don't really need them. Well, we was getting ready to go out to eat and he just had all these gift cards to like all these different restaurants. Y'all know my greedy tail. He said, and I'll never forget this. He told me this because I had forgot. He said, I'll never forget this. He said, Joe Bud told me, put that money up. Why are we going to spend that money and you got all these gift cards right here? He said, I never forgot that. He said, but that also made me think about how most women, he said it, he said, most women would have wanted you to spend the money. Not realizing that money could be put up for something else. They don't want you paying with no gift cards. Nigga, we can go to 20 different restaurants this week and keep the cash. Bet. So he let me know, and we've been knowing each other over 20 years. He let me know, you know, the reason that he trusted me around his money and certain things and just didn't mind doing stuff for me was because I was not, if he gave me money, I did what I was supposed to do with the money. I didn't spend frivolously and just buy stupid stuff. I bought only what I needed. And then he was my shoot angel, so he'll bless me with what I want. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Won't he do it? Everybody wave your head and say, yes, he will. You hear me? When people see that you are not irresponsible, and that's biblical. That's biblical. It's biblical. No, for real, it's biblical. God says if you're not responsible with the little, I'm going to take even that away and it won't be enough. But if you're responsible with the little, I'll give you more. Why would I keep giving you money to walk past the trash? I'm not going to keep handing you 20s for you to throw it in the garbage. You ain't going to get no money. Less and less. Next time it might be $1. Especially if I know you about to take it and just throw it in the trash. And sometimes in our actions, we'll get mad because he don't give us this or that, or our bill is due, but he gave you the money for your bill and you squandered it away eating and stopping at Walmart and going in Walgreens and getting on Fashion Nova and Shein and Amazon. But you didn't know he had a gift card waiting for you if you would have paid your bills. Or he already had somebody buy it and they realized they didn't want it. They never wanted it in the first place. He wanted them to get a blessing and he wanted you to get a blessing. So he had them buy something they were never going to use to turn around and bless you with it, but it was something you had been asking for. So that made me excited to know that people that have been in my life for over 2 decades remember that I wasn't a money grubbing person. I always been like, we could take this and do this and this and this with it. My friends, the guys I dated, it didn't matter. Because if there's a better way to do it and you can still get what you want and you don't got to do no wrong and you can still have what, money in your pocket, why wouldn't you do that? Who not supposed to be paying bills? Even Jesus, when he got ready to go, when they got ready to get on the ferry, he said, go down and look in the fish mouth and get the money so we can pay the tax so we can go where we're going. I mean, you don't got to pay none. But I know there's things that I have to pay, but God even takes care of that. I don't have to worry about it. No matter what situation I've been in, he takes care of it. So, anyway, I said that to say I'm grateful, and sometimes you don't know what interactions you have that stick with people and for them to see your character. And so y'all remember when I told y'all some people are just expensive, they're not valuable. Y'all remember me telling y'all that? Some people just gonna cost you a lot of money. But they don't add no value to your life. Well, this young man, well, he's older than me, but he just was telling me about the stories where things that I would say that added value to his life. And I'm 10 years younger than him. But it made me excited that people that had 10 years, my senior, saw that I was young, but I had a good head on my shoulders. And I wasn't a slimy, grimy person. And I couldn't be forced into doing nothing that I did not want to do. But that made people respect me, having integrity, and they trusted me around their things, and they trusted me with their money, and they trusted me. You see what I'm saying? With all kind of information. So for me not to see or really be around this person for over a decade and to get those kind words, it is something for my heart, y'all. That's why I said don't buy into this grimy, slimy, entrapment. I'm going to mess with him and then put him on blast and all of that. I'm going to mess with her and put her on. Don't buy into that because you hurt yourself later on. You never know who that person could have been to you at a time of trouble. You see what I'm saying? That person that you trying to expose might have been your help in 6 years, but you just cut your own throat. trying to hurry up and get revenge. Y'all know how many people that have come back and blessed me because I didn't do nothing. I was like, whatever, you fail. I'm going to just leave it. But at a time of craziness, that was the person God sent to bless me because he said he'll make your enemies your footstool. And the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. That means if you ain't trying to follow God's law, some of the stuff you out there grabbing up and hustling for is coming to my house. He said, I'll give you vineyards you didn't plant and houses you didn't build. Oh, okay, bet. That's the hustler stuff. That's the people that's getting it wrong that's going to get seized, baby. Then I get to go on and grab that. Well, thank you, wealth of the wicked. Because as soon as you get it wrong, it's on its way being rerouted to me. Ain't that some ish? Through the goodwill, through what you call that, an auction, or because you got to sell it off real quick because you ain't got the bread. Bet. Ain't that what the Bible say? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. That means if you got it by ill-gotten gain, somebody else that lives right is going to have your stuff. So then I was like, well, then I just want to be the person that lives right. So then I could just get all the stuff. Why would I be the person that's going to get in trouble, be cursed because I picked up something or did something that I didn't want to do, and I still don't get my stuff? That is working. Excuse my language. Ass backwards. And now I'm in a bigger hole. I got trouble on my head because I done got caught doing with it. Oh, no. That's not working smarter. That's working harder. And it's not more cost effective. I'm going over here and get and the mental stress of wondering when it's going to come back up. I just don't want to deal with none of that. That's too much already, and I ain't even got what I want. I ain't even got what I want. You hear me? And even if I get it, I don't get to keep it long because it's ill-gotten, so it got to go away. This is just all working against me. Come on, cat. Every time, no matter what nobody try to do to you. And you'll have your low days, and it'll seem like the wicked folks is winning, and then God will just come through and shower down, and you be like, well, yep. It's just something I had to go through, but it was worth it. Yeah. God, if you give people your best, God will give you his best. And people's best ain't as good as God's best. I promise you. As to why. You can't even give yourself better than God can give you. So you cheat yourself when you go try to get it yourself. Because God will give you stuff you never knew existed. That you never even knew you would like, and you absolutely freaking love it. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. I'm trying to tell you. People be like, you don't worry about what I do or don't do. It ain't none of your business. What you need to be worried about is what is going to happen for you. What I'm doing, that ain't none of your business. You worried about stuff that don't concern you. Now, if you want me to tell you how to get it, I can do that. But what I'm getting and whatever, that ain't none of your business. None of it. Just know that when I pray and when I ask for things, sometimes I haven't even asked for it. It's just a thought of what I would like. He sends it. So if you want to know how to do that, I got you. And that is getting rid of everything you want to do as far as how you feel like you should be living your life, and asking him, where do you want me to be? Where do you want me to go? Who do you want me to talk to today? Who do you want me to pray for today? Who do you want me to take some food, some money? Just have a kind conversation with. Who is it? And when you start to take care of his business, he said, I'll take care of your business. Your bills be lower. All of a sudden, you got a credit on this or that. It be all these different things that will happen for you when you take care of what God is asking you to do. And it's worked out for me for a very long time. So I'll be trying to put people on, but then they be thinking I'll be being funny, and I'll be like, it's simpler than what they tell you it is. It's just getting up every morning and saying, what do you want me to do? You gave me this breath in my body, not thinking of your plan, but asking God, what do you want me to do? Just tell me. And it's gonna feel weird at first, but something like you gonna hear a voice that say, turn left, turn right, turn left, go 2 streets down. You're gonna be like, this is crazy. But when you do it, you'll end up in front of a shelter who needs your expertise or whatever it is, and it'll be a place where he's leading you blindly, but it's something waiting for you there as well. It's always gonna be an exchange. If God is leading you there, you will always leave with more than what you came with. And what I mean by that is, even if those things are just for you, like God has moved me to a state and I didn't get to bring nothing with me to the next state. But before I even got to the next state, he was already preparing. So when I got there, everything I needed. So it was like, I didn't really have to worry about what I lost because he's always just giving me better. You see what I'm saying? It's like you just having to take your clothes and every house is furnished. You don't got to do much. He going to make sure the food is there. He going to make sure your rides, whether you have a car or not, you're going to be able to get to where you need to go. Like, he be wondering if you would trust him through that stuff. And a lot of people can't. They think because they don't have what they want and what makes them feel successful, that their life is not on the right track. And that's the exact opposite. Most times, when you don't feel like that, it's because you've been watching TV and social media. And they don't even really live like that. So don't be fooled by that. Don't feel like you're not doing nothing because whoever. It's not about money, because if it was, they would not act like they act on TV. They would not always be high and drunk out of their mind. They would not always be so out of control if their life was so great and they have everything. They got all the name brand. They got the best cars. They got the best food. They got the best access. But they always want to be out of themselves. Right? Whenever you see them, they can't even show us their eyes for the shame, or if they high or drunk all day, 6 o'clock in the morning. I ain't knocking nobody, but I'm just saying, like, if that is the life, why they always be so miserable? Why are they always doing things that hurt themselves, that hurt them, that cause their lives to be really horrible? If that life is so amazing. Don't be fooled by what you see. Because money cannot buy you happiness. I'm trying to tell you it can't. Thank you. You can have as much money, but if you don't have nobody to share your time with, if you don't have, it's a lot of stuff, nobody to support you, or you don't know who you can trust and all of those stuff. I don't care how much money you got. Money don't take that away. You heard me. Money, cloud, being that mess don't take none of that away. It amplifies it, because you realize how many people know who you are and they absolutely don't know who you are. They know your face, and that's about it. For real. And look at old thirsty. I'm thirsty. Look at old thirsty pants. You see it? I'm about to put CERCA on the front of here. I bought me 2 of these. I'm about to put my stuff on there, my monogram. Oh, thirsty. I'm thirsty. Always got something to drink. And all I'm full except for this one. So, trying to tell you. Cardi B says that she was happier before she had money. That's why I be giving it all away. That ain't about to trick me up. I'm trying to tell y'all, when I first went viral, people was like, ooh, you should do this and you should market this. I said, I'm not marketing. This is not about the money. Well, call me sis, I can help you. I said, it's not about the money. I had to yell that for probably the first 9 months that I was doing this to the people that was closest to me. I'm not doing none of that. You ain't gonna see me on no commercial. You ain't gonna see me on no ad. You ain't gonna see me. The only products I push is the people's products that come in here, and I don't charge nothing for no promo. You send me something, I'm grateful you sent it, and we about to show the world. If your business pop off, your business pop off. You heard me? And even just because we was doing such crazy numbers on YouTube and whatnot when we first started, y'all ain't about to be getting all this money off of us. We need to be able to buy books and help people, so we gonna get our change. But most of my videos don't even have commercials and stuff on them. I don't be charging nothing. TikTok got some stuff where you can subscribe, but I can't even tell you how the dang thing work and how many people subscribe. You're not gonna hear me say subscribe unless I'm telling you, if we blocked over here or something's going on over here, you need to get to YouTube. But I don't even be telling people to subscribe. I said some people subscribe over there, so they don't when we on here. But other than that, because I'm not about to be miserable because of money, because money can't make you happy. You can have all the money in the world. I've seen it, y'all. I've been around, like I said, I've been around a lot of people. And I done seen it, honey. The richest people, I'm talking about loaded, and they drinking themselves to death, partying themselves to death. Don't even want to be in that big old beautiful house. They be trying to be down in the hood somewhere so they can feel connected to people. Like, I know. I done seen it. Sleeping with 3 and 4 different people in a day to feel love, and I don't want none of that. And don't. And that's why I used to be the counselor to them people. Like, yep, send us a dance service to come get me. And I'll talk to you about it. And bring your therapist to your house. I didn't even know I was doing therapy appointments at 20 years old to some of the. Amen. Moving on. There's that. So, with that, I done counseled a lot of people around this world. Y'all hear me? People y'all wouldn't even believe that I've had conversations with. And I'd be like, and I talk to them just like I talk to y'all. Well, that's crazy. Why would you do that? I probably wouldn't have did that. And they kind of look at me like, do you know who I am? Hell, do you know who I am? And I did nobody know who I was at that time. So, but I still was like, yeah, what you mean? I'm still going to talk crazy to you. That don't mean nothing. Yeah. So, now that we've been in here 13 minutes almost, selling their souls for Christmas presents and money, I'm trying to tell you, I'm over it. My kids will tell you they only had a few big Christmases. I gave meaningful gifts. We ain't doing all that. I'm not spending all that money for you to be and broke all this crap. And ain't. You better tell me one big gift that you want, and it's better be under this price, and then I'll get whatever I want after that. Whatever I think you need, we ain't getting. We gonna get one want, and the rest is all needs. And Christmas was pretty much always like that in my house. I didn't go because I never wanted them to buy into that. Working yourself during the holidays for your family, but you don't see them but one day during December. And now you got to work all the overtime after December to try to pay off all the credit cards and all the money that you skimped out on bills. Who got time for that? I'm not. That's 5 months of stress for nothing, for one day. And ain't. For one day, nigga, I wish I would. That ain't in my. I don't feel that in my spirit. And you gonna turn around and be ungrateful on Christmas night? I bet you I won't. I told you I used to wrap my kids' presents in vacuum seal boxes, vacuum cleaner boxes, dog biscuit treats. I'm gonna get my fun out of this. Put it in a big old box, and it's a little bitty gift card like this in there. I'm gonna play with you because y'all be playing with me all year. And today is the day. Petty. And I got videos of them breaking down, and she's like, Mom, why are you like this? I can't believe it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And did. My oldest daughter was in tears. I'm talking about whole tears. I said, well, this was hilarious to me. Sorry, y'all didn't catch the joke, or like my daughters wanted iPhones, and I got them some used iPhones, but I put them in Android boxes. I put them in old Android boxes. So when they opened them up, because they was the same size as the iPhone box, they was like, yep, that's our phones. Right? It is, but the surprise before the surprise, nigga, you got an Android. When I tell y'all they was unwrapping fast and saw that, and it was the same phones, and they looked at me. Instant droop. I said, what's wrong, girls? Y'all said y'all wanted updated phones. This is all we could afford. And then they opened them up and they iPhone 6s was in there. And I think there was the 7 that was out at that time or whatever. So, and then they started to cry through, why are you like this, Mom? Why would you do that? Because it feels good. It feels great. Y'all been giving me hell for the last 3 months. I've been plotting it. You better leave me alone. And will. I told y'all, I've been getting them back since they was little. I'm going to teach you. I'm a teacher in all aspects of life. You're not going to treat me like that if you don't want to be treated like that. Well, don't fake me out then. Tell me you're going to clean the kitchen, you better clean it. Tell me you clean your room, you better do it. That's fair. Don't y'all think? Surprise, surprise. And they do it now too. I bet you they don't do stuff. They don't be doing all that crazy stuff. Cause you think cause they little that they don't understand. Well then how do we have 5 and 6 year old unalivers? Seven-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old unalivers that plot down to when mommy's gonna be at work and daddy's gonna be at work. What do you mean they don't understand? They can unalive a person. They make a whole plot, go to school and act like nothing ain't happened. Be in there coloring and playing with the other kids. And they done a dang massacre. No, for real. So why do you think they don't understand? If they can sit and memorize a whole movie and know all the dances and what they gonna do, and you think they don't understand? Right. They know to go hide when the person is going to hide in the show and pop out and say the words and spin around. They didn't memorize this whole 3-hour movie. What you mean they don't understand? They even know to get sad when the person is crying. They'll put their hands in their hands. They already know what you mean. They don't know. They smarter than you. They manipulate you from birth. And they don't know. You're not in control. When you call them, they don't come. When they start crying, you run. Who's in control? Tell me. I'm going to say that again. When you call them, they don't come. But when they cry, you break your neck to go. Who in control? They'll sit on that floor and ignore you. I'm talking about at one. Turn their little back to you and close their eyes. But when you cry, I'm supposed to come running to you. So now tell me now who's in control again of the... They hear you. And we'll roll their eyes. You said, bruh, for real. I'm trying to tell you. Who's in control? Look, everybody over there like, damn, that's right. You sure know. Huh. Listen, y'all better quit letting them trick y'all. They be tricking y'all. Who feels duped? Just put one finger up if you feel duped by your children. You don't gotta tell nobody. Just put your finger up like this. Just you can put your church finger up if you feel due by your family because you never thought about that. Just put your finger up. That's all. Just if you thought you was in control, didn't you? It's okay. I remember the day that the day that I realized I wasn't in control at first either. And that's the first step. Listen, you said a little grown person and do. You said my grandchildren, and yeah, they're hard not to let them control you. But I'm keeping strong. I'm keeping strong so far. We'll see. Nobody's made it to like 5, so then I don't know how it is at 5. But right now, ooh, it's kind of hard. They will wrap you around their fingers. And my kid thinks she's the boss. Oh, he the boss of me, and he 3. He is. We just talked about it right now. I just told y'all what's going on. They are. But you gotta take your reign back. You gotta take the control. And I be trying to tell y'all how to do it. It's simple. You ain't gotta be mean or nothing. You just teach by life lessons, and it's very valuable even for you. Okay, so let's go here. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick before we get started because I already know you're gonna be on sacred text today, and I'm not telling y'all where until I come back because I know this class. They will try to read ahead, and so then I can't even tell y'all what's going on until I get back. Dang. CERCA, I sent an email yesterday of the grandkids' cute little faces just to make you smile. My granddaughter's laughing face makes me laugh. I'm gonna look and see. I need to start like a you know what? I'm gonna get a big color picture book because y'all know I got all those cameras that like the Polaroid cameras and stuff. And as y'all see me these pictures of these kids and y'all families, I'm about to start a WOIU. Some of y'all already in my regular book from when we went to Tennessee. Some of y'all is in my family picture book. But y'all do be sending me pictures of my nieces and nephews at their graduations and all of that stuff. And we are family. So I am going to get another one of the picture books that I have, and when y'all send, if y'all don't mind, if y'all send them to me, I'm just gonna print them out and put them in there. So when I get home, be like, "This your cousin? What's her name?" Well, I'm gonna have to write the names on the back. Well, grandma, where we meet her at? Well, cause see, this is your extended family right here. But hers, it's okay. It's your cousin. This is your other great grandmother. This is your Uncle Tone. This is your smart Alec Auntie Queen. And your auntie classy lady. See when we went over here, she the one put this together. Now she's the fun auntie. You going over there with her. Now Auntie Sandra, she gonna chop you in your throat, but she gonna get you whatever you need. You'll be okay over there. You see what I'm saying? I can't really explain where we met. But this your cousin right here. And that's your Uncle 67. But Grandma, that's your uncle. I'm trying to tell you. He looked like your great-grandpa on your daddy's side. Listen here. I'm going to be trying to figure out the connections. Let's go. This the auntie say, come on, let's go. She going to take you on the trip. So you going on over there when you want to travel. You hear me? My grandkids going to be like this. Look. That's okay. I said it's still your cousin. Sim Lee. She lived in Japan for a while and she came back and she's our family. It's all right. Don't even worry about it. It's your cousin. That's your cousin too. And her and him. I can imagine. That's okay. They gotta know. They gotta know their extended family. They gotta know. Was it right? They gotta know. You know what else I realized too? People who love you do not care about telling you how much weight you've gained. I ain't seen that man. And I couldn't tell you how many years. And I video chatted him yesterday. He said, your stomach almost as big as mine. I said, that I had a six-pack from the age of 16 until 41 and didn't go to the gym? Nobody remembers that? So I get fat in 18 months and all y'all can see is my stomach, and that's why I let it be out. He said we almost in the same weight class. Oh, excuse me? What are you trying to say? I'm thinking I've had anybody tell me that before. Oh man, we almost in the weight. What you? He said, well, you know, you can just do a little bit of work to get your stomach. I said, I ain't. I'm about to be 45. I don't give a damn about none of that. If you, he cutthroat. Yes, he is. Yes, 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 he is. That's why I keep telling y'all, my friends don't do all that. They gonna tell it like we. Y'all think I'm bad? If y'all could meet some of my friends who I told y'all I hung out with guys, them was my niggas, and they be just chopping you in the throat. So good. Let's get this popping. He said, you almost in my weight class. I'm about to go. I don't have time for this. You and my mama. Well, where you get that stomach from? The same place y'all did at the same store. I didn't used to say nothing about y'all stomachs. And they was where they was. I just loved y'all in spite of. But now that I got a stomach, everybody want to point it out to me and do. But when y'all had yours, I didn't say nothing. I just loved on y'all anyway. Chunky or not chunky, fit or not fit, I didn't say nothing about your weight or nothing. And people just, you said I got mine from Kroger. I got mine from TikTok and YouTube. That's where I got mine from. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Please go to Sacred Text if you have it, please. Okay. How's y'all David homework coming? How's y'all David homework coming? Did anybody do homework last night? Find out anything? Don't tell me what you found out. I just want a yes or no. You need to keep your research. It's gonna pay off. Yeah. No. Good job to those of you who did. Y'all already know. I'm not going to explain it. If you want to know the homework, go back and watch yesterday's class. It's on there. Go back and watch yesterday's class. Because it's a lot. It's not just a little bit. It's a whole explanation, and don't nobody explain it. Go back and watch yesterday's class. Y'all know how to get the homework. Y'all already know. But actually, it's not even homework. It's a research paper. Yes, there was a short class yesterday. It's a research paper. You know, YouTube, y'all. If you ever want to know if you missed a class, you just need to go over to the live tab on YouTube. It's going to show you the most recent class we did. No, Cindy, we just talked about that last week. I want people to start searching. We don't record. Oh, okay. Oh, she said, no, I started. All right. Well, you don't got to keep looking for me here. You got to go to YouTube, y'all. Y'all know, listen, y'all already know that TikTok be tripping. If you can't find me, I done said it a million times, and that's why I just quit saying it, because folks know where to go find me. They know where to go find me. You're not looking in the right places, so you got to change your search area. Yeah. No, I started listening to Solomon's story and was dreaming about controlling demons. Good job. Maybe you going to be in deliverance. Yeah. Really? They playing. Well, y'all got to know that everything that we talk about is circling around all social media sites right now. That movie, Leave the World Behind. And a lot of the stuff that we talk about is cataloged in their catalogs. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they're taking me out of certain FYPs and stuff like that because of what we talk about. And the fact that we've been talking about it for over 2 years, and now all of it is in a movie. I'm sure they're not happy about that. Tijuana, don't let it make you anxious. Let it make you prepared. We say over here we don't gotta be scared when we prepared. Not that we know everything that's gonna happen, but people kept telling us, "Oh, y'all scared." Like when we first came over here, and we was like, "We ain't scared, nigga. We prepared. Don't be mad because we know what's coming and you don't, and you're gonna sit there and be the crazy person, whatever." Let that anxiousness make you get up and move. Yeah, but I already got too many apps, y'all. I still ain't even been able to build our app on the Apple Store, which would cut down on a lot of my work. So I'm really about to get on that because once I build the app, all that looking for us, you won't have to do it. You can just go straight to the app, and wherever I'm streaming it, it's gonna be on there. You know what I mean? That's really why I want to get to the app because it'll cut out all this. I didn't know you was on stuff because y'all can go straight to the app, and we got the stuff to be able to be on the Apple Store and on the Play Store. I just haven't had time to do it, which would make my job so much easier. It really will. I'm about to figure that out though. Maybe over this holiday break. Uh oh. So now we're going to the story of Aakar, which is under the fourth book of the Maccabees online. You can read it in a book, but I know it's gonna read different. So we're going right here, or at Aakar, however you say it, or Aakar. It's a couple different ways to say it. So this is where we're going. Aakar, or Aakar, or Haikar. Chapter 1. If you guys are taking notes, can you please, on the top of your paper, write count up the cost? Y'all hear me? If you got a notepad or if you're taking notes, please write count up the cost on the top of that paper and the date and the time, please. Count up the cost. Y'all ready? to that heater all day. I can tell already. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so it says the story of Aakar or Haikar, the wise vizier of Sennacherib, the king, and of Nadan, sister's son to Haakar the sage. There was a vizier or visor in the days of King Senna. We're going to call him King Senna. Now, do we know that King Sennacherib or Sennacherib, however you say his name, what was he? What was he? A fallen angel. A fallen angel, or the son of a fallen angel. But we think he was one of the fallen because he was a king, and we know that the angels and their children end up being the rulers, the kings, and that and the like. And I did a little bit of research. He lived in like the 7th generation from Adam, which is around the time that the giants started showing up and the angels started teaching the women magic and things like that. Like 6th century, 7th century, 8th century BC is around the time that he lived. And we know that that's when the angels came too. It was in like the 7th or 8th generation from Adam. No. Aakar is under that. Okay. So, son of Sarhadam. So in this book, his name is Sarhadan, but he's actually the son of Sargon II or Sargon I. One of them. I can't remember if it's Sargon II or Sargon I. But King Sennacherib, or however you say his name, is actually the king, the son of this dude. Sargon the Magnificent. Uh-oh. Wrong way. Sorry. Sargon the Magnificent. He was one of the Assyrians. So King Sennacherib is the son of this guy. Now, in some cultures, they say that this man was Cain. And Gilgamesh, right. They said that this man was Cain. Okay? So, we don't know. We don't. But we gonna find out. Right? You was just researching this last week. Well, good job. We right on the money then. We where we need to be. Here we go. So it says, he had a fine fortune and much goods, and he was skillful, wise, a philosopher, in knowledge, in opinion, and in government. And he married 60 women. Tone, I think he was your cousin. And some other people cousins in here too. This nigga had 60 wives. 60. Tone, you should have talked to him. You should have said something. 60. At one time. That's crazy. 60. Right. He told great grand uncle. Something going on. I think he's kin to Tone. All right. He said, and had built a castle for each of them. Let's stop there. let's stop there for just a second. We're going to move on, but let's just stop there. So, did you hear that? He had 60 hoes. But all of them, he's made sure they was straight. Let's go there real quick. Because folks be wanting to have hoes, but you don't take care of your hoes. You can't do that. If you going to have them, you need to take care of them. Everybody had a mansion. Not the one you like the most and you treat the other ones raggedy. It was even. Do y'all remember me talking about that? I said some men can handle that and they treat everybody accordingly. But everybody don't have that skill. So you need to stay out of that ring if you ain't skilled with those skills. Like you're not equipped with those skills. Just go and stay out of there. Keep you the one that you can afford to take care of. You hear me? Yeah. Yeah, he was able to take care of them. Me and saying, oh, the Bible talk about, but the Bible also said you only can have the ones you can afford to take well care of. Good, you take care of them well. You barely afford to take care of yourself. Matter of fact, they taking care of you, talking about you need to have all the wives you need, and you can't even take care of one wife. Sit down. Crazy. Oh, I'm gonna have me 5 of them, but you can't take care of one. You shouldn't be touching nobody. Sit down. Ain't giving them nothing but a headache and a damn pogo stick that probably don't even work right all the time. Move around. Moving on. All right. Here we go. But with it, all he had. But with it, all he had no children by any of these women who might be his heir. And he was very sad on account of this. And one day he assembled the astrologers and the learned men and the wizards and explained to them his condition and the matter of his barrenness. Hold up. That part. He gonna always find a woman to take care of him, and it's always gonna be another woman's fault. But his mama did that to him. And that's why I don't do mama's boys. I do the mama's boys that love their mama and look out for their mama. I don't do the mama's boys that they mama excuse all they wrong. And he can always come back home because he be doing wrong and she ain't got nothing going on. You know the story. I don't do that. I don't want no parts of it, actually. Sorry, those are my babies. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Oh, let's get back here. I'm sorry, that was my kid. So, with that, what do astrologers do? What do astrologers do? We on chapter 1 of Aakar. We in line online. They read the stars. They study the stars. Okay. So he had all the stargazers with him. Predict and read the stars and planets. Okay. So he had all the stars, the stargazers with him. Okay. Then he had, I'm sorry, the learned men and the wizards. So you had the stargazers, the wizards, and the learned men, which is the men that are well learned in the occult, and the philosophers, and all of these people. He called the top of everybody in their craft to where he was at, because he couldn't have no sorcerers, right? They went to the witches, the astrologers, everybody. Now look. It says, and explained to them his condition in the matter of his barrenness. And they said to him, go, sacrifice to the gods, and beseech them that perchance they might provide thee with a boy. Y'all get this? So we called all the people that knew how to do magic and spells, all the people that foretold by the stars, and said, "Listen, I don't got no heir, and I'm gonna be getting older. I need somebody to take over all of this amazing stuff that I have." So he called the wizards and the witches and the warlocks and all of these folks to come, and they told him, "Go and sacrifice to the gods, and maybe," they told him to go to rock God, "maybe they'll give you a son. Maybe." Okay? Maybe. Not they will. Maybe. Now look here. And he did as they told him and offered sacrifices to the idols and besought them and implored them with the request and entreaty. And they answered him not one word. So you didn't kill something that had life in it. Ain't no telling what else they told you to do, what spell they told you to say, or whatever it is. And then you didn't get no answer back. Let's see if it worked. I implore thee, rock. O amethyst of the gods. Please bring me $1 million and a kid. Even though I gotta pick you up and move you to where I want you to be if you want to get some sunlight. Even though you can't pick yourself up and bring yourself to me, I know that if I rub you and put some blood on you, you gonna bring me what I want. Rock. It can't even bring itself to you. Oh, beautiful rock that you are, glorious and purple, sparkly and sharp, I implore thee. What? You see how crazy you look praying to an inanimate object? Come on, Amethyst, let's go. Get up now, we're ready. The people are waiting. I'm going to need you to get up and move. She's a little shy. Come on. Let's go. What should I eat today, Rock? Amethyst, do you think that I should go left or right? You hear me? There is no rock, no piece of wood, no piece of metal on your chest that can save you. They are inanimate objects. You have to mold them into the God that you want them to be. Why would I pray to something that's created when I can pray to the Creator? And not praying to the rocks at the Wailing Wall, that's where God told them to meet him at. It's a difference than thinking that a rock or a piece of jewelry is going to keep you safe. That's an amulet. Just like God told Moses to go up on the mountain and meet him, and he was going to be there. That's what the Wailing Wall is. They're not praying to the rocks. They're waiting on God to be in that space. But if you know what was at the Wailing Wall, and you know what happened with Adam and Eve, and the things that happened in the beginning, you'll understand why they be at the Wailing Wall, because there's a lot of stuff that happened. As a matter of fact, in the place where the Temple Mount is, and all of that whole Jerusalem like walls right there is where Seth, God had an angel come down and write down the book of Adam and Eve and the history of creation and these other things right in that space. So that is where God literally started to teach man written handwriting and language that is going to be written down, stuff like that. And what goes on there, the word and worship of God, right? In that space, God comes there and he talks. A lot of women was at the Well and Wild when they got the news that they was about to get pregnant, or that God was going to give their enemies into their hand at that space, because that's where God answered Seth. So if you understand what the significance of these places are, it ain't just rocks. God, he said, on this place I will build my house, and all this other stuff, like on this cornerstone and all of that has significance. It ain't just talk. But you got to do your studies to know why that's important. Just like most Christians, like I say all the time, don't even know why the alabaster box is so important. But the people that have been here know why the alabaster box that Mary the whore had was so important, because it had Jesus's foreskin or his DNA in it, because there was not a priest or a pastor around that was holy enough to pray over some oil and anoint Jesus, because he was God in the flesh. There was nobody holier than him. So what he did in his plan when he was born, the whole stem cell research, keeping your amniotic sac for disease and all of that for later, yeah, that came from Jesus. You hear me? God's DNA and blood was mixed with that oil. It was representative of what was going to happen, because the blood is what we use as a sign, or like it's representative of his blood flowing, the oil. But his blood had already been mixed in the oil of spikenard. His oil, his DNA, literally the blood from his cord or either his circumcision. And that is the oil that was broken on him. You hear me? So a lot of Christians, they sing Yolanda Adams or whatever her song is. I can't think of the lady's name. Whoever sing it, I can't remember which one right now. The alabaster box. Don't even know why it's important. Because it already had Jesus' blood and DNA in it. And all of them pastors with their self-righteous selves, none of them was holy enough to get him ready for burial. So he anointed himself. He was the highest priest, the holy priest. Ain't that crazy? CC Winans. Thank you. I couldn't remember who sang it. Okay. He's the priest, right? He's the one holy priest, the lamb, Oh, okay. So it makes sense that his DNA was in the oil. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Gotta go deeper than just the surface. The bones of Elisha brought a person back to healing. Yep, that's true. That is true. So let's get going. Okay. So he done went and sacrificed to the rock gods and talked to the things, and they didn't answer him. And he went away sorrowful and dejected, and departed with pain at his heart. And he returned and implored the Most High God, and believed, and beseeching him with a burning in his heart, saying, O Most High God, O Creator of the heavens and of the earth, O Creator of all created things. So you prayed to the creation and you didn't get no answer. You sacrificed creation to creation and you got no answer. But the moment that you start to acknowledge God for who he is, which is the creator of you and every single thing that you see and don't see around you, guess what happened? Guess what happened? Something. It didn't happen when he prayed to the rocks and when he did divination. He answered. He answered. Maybe if you stop praying to creation and start praying to the Creator, the things that you want to see will actually show up. Quit thinking them beads is what's helping keep you safe and bringing you money, and you give God his due, and you'll start to see more than what you ever thought you would see in your life. I promise you, you will. Quit giving creation the Creator's due. Oh, I got my job because of my boss. No, you didn't. You got your job because of God. You got your promotion because of God. You didn't get that because that's your friend. I got my car because I worked hard. No, you didn't. You got your car because God gave you the ability to get up, work the overtime, and gave you favor at the car lot. Don't forget you was praying at the seat when they went to go see what you was going to be approved of for. You forgot that prayer right before you went in there? Oh, we forgot about that. But when you walk out, it's I got my car and I don't need nobody and I'm a boss and I'm this. But you was sitting there right in front of the dude praying for your house too. But you gonna take credit for how you got it? Really? But you was sitting there in the seat trying to act all calm, but really you didn't know if it was gonna go through. And you prayed and said, God, please, if you go ahead and do this for me, I'm gonna do right. I know I don't be, but I really want this. And he said, yeah, you ain't been doing right. I love you, and I'm gonna give it to you. And hopefully this time you keep your word to me. I'm gonna believe you again, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. So if you got a spouse or a person in your life that keep not giving you what they say they're gonna give you, but you keep giving them, look at how you doing, God, please and thank you. Do God give you what you want, and then as soon as you get to what you want, you go back to your dude, you go back to your chick, you go back to your old ways. As soon as he fix your problem, before it could even get finished, but you know they gonna send the money. So now I'm about to turn up. I'm about to go back over here, girl. I gotta call my boo. Let me tell him what happened. But you said you wasn't gonna mess with him because he didn't help you pay your bills. But once your bill is paid, now he can stop by. Now he need to come get his socks. Now she need to come over and get her hairpins and stuff. Better pay attention. You said shaking my head. Uh-oh, Kim. I'm just gonna move on over here. I feel a little tomato saucy. Y'all feel it? Y'all smell the aroma? I feel a little tomato saucy going on. Oh shoot. I'm just trying to say it. Yeah. Mm. If you working all that overtime and it still ain't enough, I mean you got your hope in the wrong place. He said, when you don't give me mines, one, and look out for the people that have less than you. And then two, he said, I'm gonna make your burden light. What does that mean? That means you're gonna work, but it ain't gonna feel like you working. That means you're gonna have to go through some stuff, but you ain't gonna feel it. So if you're feeling the weight, that means it's in your control and not in God's control. Because when he give it to you, he carry the weight of it. He ain't gonna make you carry it. He let you just carry the keys, and he gonna get all the groceries and whatnot. Because he brought them to you. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just sit there. You said, ooh, my throat. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Never mind. I'm gonna go on and read then. Fine. He's gonna lighten your load, not add to it. He's gonna pump your gas and not have you pay for it and pump it, even though he ain't got no money on it. Never mind. Moving on. Okay, here we go. But he drive all the gas out, going to visit all his other ladies. Ain't got no money to take you to eat because he took your money and took her to eat and to the hotel. The code you gave me to get the room so y'all could go have an intimate evening, he didn't lose it. He used it. It's already been used. He can't use it because he can't. He didn't lose it. He used it. Hmm. Moving on. The bonus too. That he didn't have to pay no extra child support. He was making a new kid. Making sure. Uh-oh. Never mind. Okay, moving on. The Lord said, and the Lord said, moving on. Come on back. Now, CERCA take someone else after he will go on a person. Listen here. Oh, it's the truth. That money was not for his baby's Christmas presents. It was for his baby's Christmas present. Because she told him she wanted a new wig and he planned on getting it for her, and you just paid for it. You said you play too much. Oh, I'm going to just sit over here. Somebody like, she need to be quiet because I just told him this. CERCA, I'm about to have to leave out of class. Auntie, I'll be back. Be right back, because you just spilled out my whole plan. He heard all of it. Sorry, Pumpkin. As I sip some tea. Is that the boy from last time? Hey, baby. Gerald. Oh, no, you Anthony? Oh, no, you're Todd. Okay. Hey, baby. Hey, I'm Auntie CERCA. They all look alike. She got a type. Hey, girl, you didn't tell me your favorite color. My stomach hurts. I'm going to be that auntie. I'm snitching on you. Don't bring your host to my house because I'm going to tell him everybody else's name. I'm going to call him by the last person you brought here if you still messing with both of them. If his name is Randy and you bring Todd over, but you still telling me because Randy was just at my house, his name is going to be Randy. Hey, Randy. My name's Todd. Hi, Randy. I don't know why. I know somebody named Randy. You look real familiar. I told my daughters, bring more than one here, and I promise you, they gonna know about the other ones one way or another. You said this is why my brother don't speak to me right now, and he is because I don't want nobody doing that to me. You gonna lie in my face like they didn't just have somebody over here yesterday? I'll have no parts of it, so I will not be participating in any of that. And dude, I used to do it to my brothers. That's why they don't fool with me either. Hey, Amber. My name is Sharice. Hi, Amber. Hey, girl. You know what? You look like somebody named Amber. And my brothers will be behind me like this. What you gonna say? You strong on being your brother's keeper. I want to make sure I keep you safe. Keep your tires safe, your windows. Because they find out and something getting towed up. So you don't even know I'm doing you a solid. I'm going to help right on out. I don't play that. My daughters could not bring like he better be your friend. But if it's like friends that y'all trying to date, oh no, you get one. Random people can't be pulling up to my house or they gonna be called by the other one's name. So that's why they probably start meeting people down the way or going over their friend's house if they wanted to be on some player stuff. Because you're not doing that here. If I allow you, okay. Put your gear on. Y'all ready? Put your gear on. Put your gear on. You ready? Who ready? If you know that your son, daughter, brother, cousin, or sister, mama or daddy is cheating, and you cover it up, do you realize you just sowed that into your own life? Do not be surprised when your spouse do it to you. Somebody's going to know, that's going to be right in your face, and they're not going to tell you nothing. Whatever you sow, you reap. So you sowed secrets of somebody's spouse being with someone else. I don't care if it is your son. That's why your husband is always cheating on you, because you allow your son to cheat on his girlfriends, and you condone it. You participate in it. That's why your husband always cheating on you. That's why you can't trust your husband. It's a real thing. Whatever you sow into other, because you hurting somebody's daughter, several, and you think that you're not gonna get that back. You letting him do all that. Let him. Oh, okay. Well, don't say nothing about Gerald or Mr. Walter. Don't be fussing at him looking at Miss Cheryl across the street, trying to be over at her house cutting her grass and fixing her plumbing. She gotta stop up. What you sow, you reap. So if you okay with your sons and daughters hurting people in relationships, and you help that, you foster the growth of them being not right, guess what? There you go. I had to stop co-signing to my homeboys and listening to my homegirls without telling them. I'm trying to tell you. Would you want somebody to do it to you? I'm on the floor. My baby daddy named Gerald too. What? You already know who I'm talking to then. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Why would you hurt your own self? Whatever you okay with happening to somebody else is coming to you multiplied. If you try to talk that girl out of leaving your son and tell her, girl, he ain't cheating on you, or boy, she ain't cheating on you, somebody gonna tell you that, and you gonna know for a fact that they is, and somebody gonna play you like you crazy. So what are you sowing into other people's lives that you getting back, and you mad you getting it back? My stepchildren knew their father was cheating on me and never said a word. Now they're experiencing the same. I'm trying to tell you how it goes. You can bring one person here, and that's it. Everybody else is extra. And no, you can't bring them to my house because I don't want to be a part of that. And I'm not going to lie for you. That part, Danielle. They do. They don't. My son gonna stay mad with me not playing them games. I'm trying to tell you. My son already know he can't bring no whole bunch of nothings. One. My daughter's either one. And that's the one you everybody else, you're gonna have to find a different place to see them. You won't be seeing them here. Because I don't want my husband thinking, oh, okay, she okay with that. Oh, well then I don't know what she be doing. See, you don't think about, because your character is your character. Y'all do understand that, right? If you will cover for them, you will be asking somebody to cover for you. And your husband, your wife, they be paying attention to your little conversations, your friends. That means you will know that somebody messing with my man right around us and ain't gonna say nothing. I can't fool with you. Girl, I ain't even about to tell her. Her man over there messing with such and such. Would you want somebody to do that to you? So you gonna be in this person's face and know for a fact that one of your friends is sleeping with their man. But don't come to me about none of your relationship problems and you don't care about sleeping with somebody else, man or woman. I wouldn't give a damn. You deserve it. Moving on. Especially now, it's different if a person don't tell you they married. And that no, listen. It's different because people go to all extremes. They will show you divorce papers and everything. That's different if a person is trying to deceive you. But when you willingly, you already know this person is married, you know, oh yeah, you get what you get. You get what you get. Because some things you do unknowingly. And if a person is trying to deceive you, that's different. But God will always give you inclinations or inklings that something that they're saying to you is not right. And it'll just click in your spirit. And it's up to you to pay attention. That part. Watch your intentions. Because whatever seed you sow into somebody else's life, I don't care what it is coming back to hit you. You want truth? Give truth. You want love? Give unconditional love. Whatever you want, you got to give that. So you can't be talking about you 100, but you will know that your friend is going through something and you got the answers and you don't give them and help them to be free. Because they're bound to that relationship and to the miserableness because you know the secret. So you don't really love them as much as you say you do. Because you already know that the information that you hiding is causing them pain. So how much do you really, I love you, I'm going to go through this with you, and you could have been and let them free? I ain't messing with you. Girl, he ain't cheating on you. Nigga, she ain't cheating on you, and you know she messing with your homeboy. You're foul. You will let your friend be in mental turmoil and stress and putting themselves in situations where they got to go take medicine because they think they crazy and you got the answers and you won't let them out. You're effed up. And I don't respect you. You got the tools to set somebody else free from a mental prison. To not be stressed out. Their kids probably getting yelled at because mom can't get her thoughts together, dad can't get his thoughts together, and you are their friend? No, you're not. You're a liar and a snake. Your love is fake. It's surface. Because ain't no way in hell, I don't care if I got to drop hints, baby. You might need to be trying to move on with your life. Sometimes stuff just don't work out. You know, you should go, like, maybe we should go to that, Wednesdays on Wednesday. You want to go have a drink? Because I know where they be at. And no, I don't want to put you in a situation, but I ain't about to leave you blind, baby. You're my friend. And no, I'm not going to put you in a situation, but I'm damn sure not going to let you not know either. No, you don't have to tell them. God will give you the wisdom, baby. He'll let some stuff happen where y'all out at a certain place. You ain't even trying to be where they at. And this person thinking they out on the other side of town, got to put something in your mind for y'all to go eat there. And boom, they be sitting right there. God will orchestrate it. All you got to do is ask God, what do you want me to do, God? Because I wouldn't want nobody to do this to me. Listen, it's going to be like, they'll call you and be like, you will never believe. I was on my way to your house and stopped and saw this and saw that and wooty woo, and they didn't even know I was behind them. And here we go. Because don't you want the truth to be unveiled to you? So you might not say nothing. You could pray that the truth be unveiled. You could be unveiled. You don't got to say nothing, but let that be what your fast is for, so your friend can be set free. Because how many people, children suffer because the parents' relationships are not going well. But you love your friend. Truth hurts a lot of times, but it do help too, because you don't got to be sitting here suffering no more. Ooh, I had 4 girlfriends at one time, and they all caught me at the mall with one. So you had 5. You had the 4 and the extra. See, that's why I ain't dating, Tom. I'll be over here by myself. Moving on. And that is the problem right there. People don't know how to have singular. Oh, so it was 3 other girls that caught you. Got it. Moving on. This makes me. Oh, God. I'm going to be like. It's going to be looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost house around here in a minute. Because that scares the hell out of me. Blowing dust off stuff. The heck? That's why I'd be like that too. Because that's nuts. All right. Here we go. So I beseech thee at 10. I beseech thee to give me a boy, that I might be consoled by him, that he may be present at my health, at my heath, that he may close my eyes, and that he may bury me. And then there came to him a voice saying, inasmuch as thou hast relied first of all on graven images, and hast offered sacrifices to them, for this reason thou shalt remain childless of thy life long. Stop right there. Did y'all get that? Did y'all hear what God said to him? He said, because you did divination, and I don't want your bloodline to go further, because what's in you will be in your kids, I'm not going to let you have no biological kids. Because you relied on your sorcery and your spells and stuff, and your divination and your soothsayers and all of that. He said, nah, you trusted in them for what you needed and not me. And the rocks didn't give you no son, but now you over here after you done blasphemed my name and did whatever. God told him, he said, no, wait a minute. I hear you. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. But what I will do, this happened to my sister, and I told her, and her husband didn't like me afterwards. I'll do it again. That part. He knew they was going to be wicked. Right, because your kids are a reproduction of you, and sometimes they're more wicked than you, not always, but sometimes because you didn't learn and you had information that you weren't supposed to have, you gonna teach, you gonna teach them you everything in you. And if everything in you was wicked, God don't be wanting that multiplied. Some families are so wicked, God don't let them continue. Wow. Yep. So there's bloodlines that die off because the family is wicked. Aakar, the first chapter. Real life. Here we go. He said, 12, but take Nadin, thy sister's son, and make him thy child, and teach him thy learning and thy good breeding, and at thy death he shall bury thee. So God told him, I'm not going to give you no blood of your blood, but you can take your sister's son and claim him as your heir, and he'll bury you, and he'll take care of you and be your kid. But I'm not giving you nothing out of yourself, because you went to false gods and rocks and asked them to do first what you should have asked me to do. You went to the creation instead of the creator. We were raising a 2-year-old, and we noticed the traits of his parents that are not good. Okay, so you can't beat it out of them. You can't discipline it out of them. That's prayer. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're raising them, then there was some trauma or something. And so, yeah. And so then you just ask God to show you how to minister. But plenty of people were taken out of their parents' home because God wanted them to be nurtured by other people. Even myself, my blood father, I didn't grow up with him. And the family that I grew up with, it was a blessing, right? It was a blessing. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of people that were taken away from their family so that they could be taught the way of how you were adopted. Yeah, it's not always a bad thing. Like I'm gonna be honest, no shade against my real dad's family. They're very intelligent people, teachers, doctors, all of that stuff, chemists. They all kind of folks, right? But I didn't have a good experience with my dad. If it wasn't for my stepfather, I don't know where I would be as a person because he kept me sane. You know what I'm saying? That's my mom's husband now. But my real dad, I didn't know him until I was like 6. And then the man that my mom was married, my mom's first husband, I knew him as my dad my whole life until, they got divorced. And then it was my stepfather. So I never knew my real dad. But I know that if I would have been around him, I would have been a different person. I would not be the person I am today because He was smart and funny, I guess, but he also had another side that was not nice, and it was gross as a person. And I can only talk about my experience with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that God put me under the leadership of a different type. My stepfather and my mom's husband don't even have no biological kids. He got with my mama when my brother was 6, and he never had any biological kids ever. He does not have a child, but he raised us. He raised our kids, and now great grandkids. So, and he never had his own lineage ever. But he's a good dude. Yeah. So come on. So God told him, he said, since you desired sorcerers and wizards and for knowledge and understanding, I'm not going to give you a kid, but I'll give you an adopted baby to have and raise as your own. Well, if God could have been ugly and said, I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not even going to give you anything to fill your heart up with anything. I'm not going to give you anything. But he said, no, I ain't going to give it to you out your loins, but it'll be somebody, you can take your nephew. Because you was so evil and so wicked back in the day. But I'm going to forgive you. And now you believe, so I'm going to help you. She's fighting, trying to get her back. Now she understands the consequences. Yeah. Listen, I understand. I listen. It be a lot going on. But life is so much deeper than just the surface stuff. And it's easy to look at the surface stuff and, whatever. But you got to, thank you. You got to look deeper into everything. Because remember, we talked about spiritual warfare and how when a woman is pregnant, whatever she thinks about, she creates in that child. So if she was angry and irritated, a lot of times that kid be fussy. They're always upset. Like, I watched my kids and how I was when I was pregnant with them is exactly how they act. With my son, I was kind of timid and shy. But when I was ready to hit that fire on your butt, it'll just, then it's over. All my kids act exactly how I did when I was pregnant with them. Whatever the things that I was interested in when I was pregnant with them, they love those things, and they don't even know why. If I was real loud with one of them, that kid talks the loudest. One kid, I didn't say much when I was pregnant with her because I was just going through a lot, and she's my softest kid. Like, she speaks, she people always overtalk her. Like, so I see when I had my second daughter, well, my first daughter, but my second child, I had to be real focused because I didn't want nobody to say nothing about how I couldn't take care of my kids. So everything had to be on a schedule. Everything had to be in its place. Everything, I couldn't get off the time. And my older daughter would be like that. She's very organized when it comes to labeling stuff, and everything needs to have this, and this is this, and that is that. Like, she literally acted like me when I was pregnant with her. Yes. So then think about what you created and who you dealing with. And then think about if you're dealing with a product of them, you have to go back to the source. Like, if there's a sickness in the tree, it might start in the roots, but it's going to spread all the way out. And it can spread all the way up the trunk, or all the way through the root system, all the way through the trunk, which will start to affect the inside of the tree. Some trees look fine on the outside, and you tap them, and they are completely hollow because they're rotted, because the infection wasn't on the outside. The infection was on the inside, which is where most people's infection is. They look fine on the outside, but their minds are sick, their spirits are sick, their hearts are sick. Because they look fine, so don't nobody go up and tap them. But if you tap them hard enough, they will crumble the whole thing because there's no real support there. It's nothing on the inside. They're shallow, they're hollow. It's people like that. Look strong on the outside and just as brittle as hell. Blow on them hard enough and they break down, I promise. But the person, the tree that got the holes on the outside and it's got, different imperfections, you would think that tree ain't strong, and that tree ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Y'all know we did the exercise. Y'all about to be with y'all family. Who did the apple exercise at the last event they had with their family? I know some of y'all did it in the summertime. But if you didn't get a chance to, you could do it at your girls' night. Right? I'm going to tell you how you about to you want to pop your girlfriends when y'all have y'all girls' night. You always got that one that got an attitude and whatever else. I'm about to show you how to get them. Go get you some apples. Regular apples from the store. Get all different kinds. Get like 5 or 6 different apples, right? You could get 12, right? And you're gonna like take you a little scoop, put your nail, make some of them ugly on the outside, and leave some of them, just make sure there's not no dents or nothing in them. Oh, excuse me. And then you get that little core thing and take the core out, and you write on several ones the fruits of the spirit and the opposite of that. They're in the scripture, right? So you can write love, long suffering, peace, kindness, blah blah blah, whatever, right? Then on the other ones is, backbiting, hatred, envy, lust, jealousy, whatever. So you fold them up, put them in a little thing, and then you put them back down in there and put the core back in them. In the ugly apples, you put love, long suffering, kindness. The ones that's beat up on the outside, they might have a chunk, they've been dropped and turned brown a little bit. You put the beautiful things down on the inside of those. And then you put the ugly, because most people are going to go for the pretty apple. But when they open it up and see that it's something disgusting in there, then they start to look over at them other apples. They might not look so good on the outside, but what's on the inside of them is amazing. It's sweet. It's good for you. It's going to help your bowels move. You know what I'm saying? But these other ones, they look beautiful, but they got so much wax on them, you can't even get to the fruit because they so superficial. And then when you open it up, it's a whole worm in there, and it's mushy. No substance whatsoever. It's a good exercise to do with your friends. Good exercise. Family members too. Y'all got a family thing going on? Try this and see what people, because it's a good conversation piece. For real. Tells you a lot about the people around you. You can do it with your kids. You see what people are superficial, I kid you not, and you will see what people, just because they... I don't like when people do that. You absolutely won't be. I don't know why people think it's okay to come in other people's lives and ask for money. You got your own TikTok. Go begging on your own page. Put up 1,000 videos until you get 1,000 followers to beg for money on your own page. I don't even ask for money over here. But we're not gonna do it. If I don't do it, ain't nobody else doing it. I'm telling you. I don't play that. I ain't heard me say nothing about send me no nothing. It's rude. The internet then took begging to a whole new level. I don't care what nobody say. You didn't. Folks is standing on their head in cow costumes. Like, the begging is just exploded. It's ridiculous. People aren't talking about they homeless. They'll get on there and be living in a 200,000 square foot house, and they outside. Like, you can greed. That's greed. Deceptive. Ugh. And that's why we got our nonprofit. You gonna go through all the channels you go through with the CAP office over here, baby. Before we send you anything, we need proof. I wish we would. No, we are a 501c. I need documentation showing your address, all of that. Ain't. We got a whole, it's been in business almost come May 3rd. It'll be in business 2 years, baby. We got that, so everything you got to take to the WIC office and the food stamp office, you got to bring over here too. Proof of who you is, where you live, proof of the bill, and we need payment receipts and everything. We ain't playing with that. Not be over here to hustle. And won't. You find somebody else to do it. You hear me? We ain't doing none of that. And folks, it's Christmas time too, so you know people trying to get over. They don't want to pay their bills. They want to go shopping and have somebody else pay their bills and all this other weird stuff. No. Mm-mm. Dang. Mom worked for the IRS version in Haiti, and a lady begged in the streets and had 4 registered houses. That's the stuff I'm talking about right there. I be trying to tell y'all, it be people that be trying to hustle us, and God won't. He won't let it don't happen. God will let the money not go through, whatever. I be trying to call the landlord. Ain't no verification number, all kinds of stuff. Because I don't try to get over on nobody. And who knows that you heap hot coals on your own head when you try to hustle folks? If she really needed help, she would have been on her live asking for it. How does going into another person's live help you when you got your own TikTok? You could be talking to the people that watch you every day and asking them for money. I don't know. It's not okay. You didn't need help to come over here. And why you didn't email me or inbox me? Why you wait until you in my class to do that? No, people, listen. No. You got your own TikTok. You own here. So then that means that you got some people following you somewhere. You can do a million videos saying you need money. People lie and do it all day. You ain't got to come in my live and ask. You can just put your video out on. No, you can just put your video out on your page. You can put 100 videos in the next 2 hours, 1 minute videos. You do 120 if you do a 1 minute video and just keep posting them. It's a way to do it. You don't got to come over here and do that. There's a difference between a hustler and a person that tries to hustle people. Do you hear me? A hustler gonna make a way. They gonna cut grass, do some hair. That's a hustler to me. But when you hustle people, you're not a hustler to me. You're a thief or a deceiver or con artist. You're not a hustler. That's not hustling when you hustle people. Hustling is you gonna figure out a way to make it happen. If you got to be hell, I don't know you got to do. But anytime you got to hurt somebody else to get what you're trying to get, I don't respect that hustle. If you got to tear up somebody else's life, okay? Like we'll say pills. Oh, I don't sell hard, whatever. I just sell pills. Oh, okay, well, you still tearing up somebody's life because somebody's kid, somebody's mama, somebody's cousin or whatever, their body is going to be damaged because they are abusing these medicines. So don't say nothing when somebody in your family is sick or somebody in your family is addicted, or because you're spewing that same poison. It's a lot of dudes and people that sold dope in the 70s, 80s, and 90s when that whole, bass rock thing was going. A lot of their kids is addicted to opioids and what's the name? Fentanyl right now. It's a lot of people that did not care about putting poison in other people's hands, and so then don't nobody care about putting poison in your kid hand that could take their life. And now you don't want nobody handing your baby no pills, and you don't want no, but you didn't care about handing somebody mama a rock, and they wasn't gonna see her for 3 weeks. Kids wasn't gonna have no food because you was just worried about getting your money. You wasn't worried about them kids getting teased or molested or whatever was going on because their mama was banging them out to the people that she was trying to get her high. Like, you did not care about how your actions affected nobody, and now you want folks to be running around here caring about your baby. But did you care about them people's kids? Because if you had 10 fiends come to your door in a day, that's over 100 people that could be affected by you not caring and just trying to get your money. Your mom was an addict, so you already know what I'm talking about. And them people didn't care that y'all might not eat or have to go stay with your grandma or whatever was going on. They didn't care. They just saw $1 so they could go buy their kids some shoes or their mama or their girl or buy some rims or a gun or something that was not more valuable than your life. The poison that you spew into another person's cup will fill yours. Did you hear that? The poison that you put and pour into someone else's cup is being poured into yours simultaneously. So if you don't care about keeping nobody addicted, don't be crying about your kids. If you didn't care about sleeping with people's husbands, don't be mad at somebody. Don't be up in a little girl face because she's sleeping with your daughter husband. You better tell your daughter that your dad used to be you. Whatever poison you spew is coming to your house. So be careful. It's coming to you. You don't care about how nobody else is hurt by your actions. Oh, I'm trying to get my money. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Oh, but it do. It got everything to do with you. Because anything that you get ill gotten or you don't care about how it hurted, you get it the wrong way, it's costing somebody something. You don't care about snitching on your boss. I mean, trying to get somebody fired. I want them to leave anyway. Oh, okay, well, don't be mad when it be you. And you just being got your thing and something you did 2 years ago come back and haunt you on your job. You thought you got away with it, and God, you didn't give no mercy, so you don't get none. I would fire them if I was you. And God said, okay. Well, you don't even know. The managers was having a conversation about you yesterday, and they was saying the same thing about you. You don't care about nobody else's livelihood. There's nobody else to care about your livelihood. You don't care about taking nobody, man. Don't care about nobody taking yours. Don't be trying to tear up nothing and act crazy. And no, 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 no. You don't care about sleeping with nobody else's wife. Do not be down in the shower with your big old self, rolling around on the ground, screaming and hollering because she didn't want pogo sticking somewhere else. Don't be bad. You was okay with your homeboy doing it and his girl sneaking out, so, and you didn't tell her or him when he was asking you, so then don't be mad that your wife was not on you. I mean, how can you even puff your chest out or act like you mad when you did it to somebody else? You sound silly. Make it be funny like it was when you thought you knew a secret. A kiki. Ha. They don't even know. You don't either. And if they knew what I knew, if you knew what they knew, the folks behind you knew too. They laughing at you. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Be careful of your intentions, because they do come back to haunt your life, and you never know when they're gonna come back. You might be at a time when you're not even mentally strong enough, and you feeling like this is too much, but you didn't care. You already saw that that person was stressed out. You knew, and you did not release them from their stress and their pain. Do not be mad when yours is multiplied on top of you. Count up the cost of the things that you're doing. Because it ain't just going to cost them. It's going to cost you. And God said, whatever you sow, I'm going to give it back multiplied. See, people always want to think of the good, but they never think about the bad seeds that they sow coming back multiplied. And this be the people that it's always something. Well, first of all, why is you speaking that into your forever? Because always mean never ending. I'm not saying no always bad. Nothing is happening over here. This is a repetitive thing I see, but it's not going to be forever. So I'm not going to put always or this always happens. No, it don't. Because you don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. You just spoke more trouble into your life by saying it's always something, and the thoughts that you're having is bad at that time. I don't want no more of that. So with that, I'm going to be back. I'm about to go find me some food and chill. Can y'all see how this is? I'm liking this whole come in, get a little bit, maybe go back, get a little snack, and then come back later on for the dinner, and then move on. Maybe. But I also, if y'all can tell, I'm more calm. Not so irritated so easily. I've been taking my time, and I got a chance to talk to my friend. It was nice. Talk to my kids, just regular stuff. People that know me, like personally have known me, it feels good. Oh, yes. So I love y'all. Plus, y'all got some more to read. The rest of this little story we reading, and see what happened to him once he quit praying to rocks and inanimate objects. He got what he was looking for, but he had to count up the cost of what he had done, and God still, even though he couldn't afford it, he went on and gave him something anyway. It might not have been the top of the line, but it was what he needed for how he had lived. Okay, so I'll see y'all in a minute. I love y'all.